Howdy, y'all.
What's up?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Paul, not Angela. I know you're disappointed, but oh well.
From RNA Music, your mom and pop guitar shop and lesson studio deep in the heart of Canton,
Texas.
Not to be confused with Canton, Ohio.
Which is probably better than Canton, Texas.
It's probably cooler.
It's definitely cooler.
Temperature-wise. And we're here to
All
answer your
around.
questions. Let's do it. All right, now as you can see, Angela is not here.
I am.
Paul's filling in. She's not feeling too good. So she's resting at home. But luckily, we have a great fill-in.
Brought to you by a unique individual.
A unique individual. So Paul's gonna help me answer your questions. Like last week, I said I don't know if Paul will be here or not.
I was on my way to the gym.
You were going to the gym.
I was going to the gym.
I had to stop you from.
I was like, he's like, I need a fill-in. I was like, let me get out of my gym clothes. God, I was so wanting to work out.
You can still go. It's 24 hours, right?
It's hot.
It's indoors.
It's still hot.
All right.
Broke out sweating, walking to my door to the car.
It's 106 in Texas today. Canton, Texas.
109 yesterday.
It's gonna be 109 tomorrow.
Yes. They said yesterday we were hotter than Nevada and Kuwait.
Wow.
We were hottest.
And it's hotter in Dallas than it is out here, but ooh,
I was in Dallas.
toasty. All right, first question. Scott H. I must have missed the cutoff time for questions last time. Here's the question. Ryan, as a follow-up to the amp versus pedal distortion question asked by another viewer, when you do use pedals, are you an all pedals up front player? Or if your amp has an effects loop, do you like to put time-based effects, other pedals in the loop? I like overdrive dirt in the pedal. Oh, what?
Yeah, I love overdrive dirt pedals.
Yeah, I can't read.
Boost and then like up front of all else in the loop.
But I know some people never use a loop, even if available. All right, keep the music alive. Great question, Scott. Yes, actually.
Only if you're a guitar player, maybe.
Well, bass players, you know.
No, we don't use pedals.
Yeah,
well,
unless you're
always. I do when I'm
sometimes. Sometimes, if you want to be extra cool.
I'm trying to get creative. It doesn't sound like a bass. I mean, little.
If you want to make it sound like not a bass.
There's one pedal I like on my little Boss board I have that I'll start calling it the Thanos because it makes it sound like bubbles.
Bubbles.
Anyway, back to Ryan.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I have a pedal board. I do run to my amp, but I do have a delay and a reverb and an overdrive. That's typically what I use. And I've got like a flanger and a few other pedals that I don't.
Chorus.
Yeah. But I do use the loop. So for my reverb and delay, I do run those into the loop, the effects loop. And my overdrive, I do run it in front, direct into the amp. So that's kind of like you, Scott. That's kind of the same way I have mine set up. And I do use some pedals on occasion. The green carrot pedal, Corn Star, I do use that one. Sometimes. So yeah, same thing as you, Scott. That's how I run mine. Now, I would be interested to know, all you guys and gals out there, if you use pedals, how do you use yours? Do y'all go all in the front? Or some in the effects loop? Or how do y'all do it? So same question. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. So let us know.
Let him know.
Yeah, let me. Paul doesn't care.
Bass players, if you use pedals,
yeah.
why?
Bass player, if there's a bass player watching, tell Paul if you use pedals or not.
No, I do know, like, in recording purposes, if you want to get that just unique sound, you got to record a clean track and then you use a pedal over that to get
A dirty
whatever you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, some grind.
Grunge.
They make bass wah-wahs.
I have a wah pedal.
See?
I use it as a footrest when I'm playing.
Not so much. Yeah. Next question, Colin James. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. My question, lately I've been gassing for a guitar with an Evertune bridge. Have you ever had the opportunity to play a guitar with one? What are your thoughts about them? Great question, Colin. Thanks, man. I have not actually ever played on one. I've watched a lot of videos. You know, I don't think they make an Evertune bass bridge. Probably nobody would buy it. Bass players usually stay in tune, or do they not stay in tune?
They do. I don't know, I've played a couple.
I've played, not you, but I've played with some other bass players who are like, hey, you might want to tune that thing. Well, I tuned it last time I put strings on it.
How long ago was that? Like 6 months?
A year. I've never played on one. I would love to try one. I watched quite a few videos about them, and I can see, particularly for in the studio recording, never having to retune your guitar and not going out of tune if you hit really hard. You know, that's super useful in the studio, probably live as well. But
is that like one of those self-tuning guitars?
no, there's a mechanical system on the inside of it where it's got like counter levers and stuff that you can tune the tuning knob, and it won't go out of tune. Like you set it for tuning, and no matter what, it'll stay perfectly in tune.
That'd be nice.
It's a great idea. And so, you know, you're playing a song halfway through it, and like, oh crap, we got to stop and retune.
Right.
It won't go out of tune, like at all. It's some mechanical wizardry in there.
It's magic.
It is. It's magic, but they're kind of pricey. Like if you buy a guitar with that built into it, it's kind of a fairly significant price increase. So that's probably holding most people back, I would think. For me, it is.
It's for you rich folk out there.
Yeah, for you high rollers. Thanks for the question, man. I think it's a great idea. I would love to try one. I could definitely see the usage. Everybody I know that has one and uses it, love it. I think there's a bit of a learning curve to get used to it, though. But yeah, I'd love to try one. So we'll see. Next question. This is a good one. Driddle. Who wins in a fight to the death? Godzilla?
That was horrible, guys.
Hi, Canton. Yeah, this is intense.
Yeah.
Godzilla or Chuck Norris? Godzilla versus Chuck Norris. Fight to the death. What do you think, Paul?
I think definitely with, you know, Godzilla with his radiation power and taller than a building and all the
Taller
muscles
than many buildings.
and scales and tough exterior that nothing can penetrate, that Chuck Norris would definitely win.
Well, I think, you know, isn't Godzilla essentially the Chuck Norris of the monster kingdom? I mean, really? Isn't he like...
I don't know. I'm a King Kong kind of guy.
But doesn't Godzilla...
You saw King Kong, Skull Island. I made you watch it.
I did. That was great. But I also saw Godzilla. Godzilla just killed those other...
Godzilla doesn't do much. He walks.
And blows fire.
Blows fire.
That's all you got to do. When you got nuclear breath, that's all you need.
He's got little short arms.
I like the last
almost like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I like the last one. They had the other little monsters, the other two monsters, and he had to kill them. What was the most that was the most recent Godzilla movie.
With Daniel Craig? No, that's going to be the next one.
Yeah, they had the other little crazy looking walking monsters that woke up, and they were trying to eat the nuclear...
It's King Kong. The little lizard thing sleeping in the middle of Earth?
No. The last Godzilla movie.
It was so bad I don't remember it.
Was it bad?
I own it and I'm like...
It's great. I love the last Godzilla.
There wasn't enough monster scenes in the last Godzilla. I mean, there was all the military, it's like point of view stuff. Like,
yeah,
you got to see the action of the monsters fighting as the skydiver was falling. I'm like, I don't want to see you fall out of the sky. I want to see lizards and moss and whatever.
I liked it. I think Godzilla totally wrecked those other monsters quite easily. Super easy. Barely any inconvenience.
Godzilla's tight.
Godzilla's tight. Nuclear breath is tight.
I like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
It's okay.
No,
I like the new one.
It was better than the new one.
No.
Yes.
See, that's why I can't. Paul thinks movies are awesome.
I do.
I think they're terrible.
He likes The Last Jedi.
I do not.
He lies.
You shut your dirty mouth. See?
I made him cuss.
I'm going to bleep that.
That's a very rare moment. Oh, historical.
See, now, most of the time, he thinks a movie's awesome. He's like, you should watch this. I'm like, okay, let's go watch it. I'm like, that was terrible.
Oh, really? What was that Natalie Portman movie?
Yeah. And then most of the time, we're like, hey, you should check this movie out.
Looking for a great movie. They swear, oh, it's so scary.
This movie's really great, Paul. You should watch it. He's like, oh, I hated it.
It's so scary. We shut it off halfway through, and I watched it, and I was like, that movie was dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
So we don't agree. Most of the time we don't agree. I'm like, hey, Angela, Paul said this movie came out. We should totally watch it. it's probably crap. She's like, I know, I bet it is. So
Yeah, I watched it. They have access to my Voodoo account,
Uh-huh.
and I see what they watch, and they like my stuff.
some of it. There's some movies we like, but we both agree on The Last Jedi.
Yes, that was crap.
Hot garbage.
Horrible.
All right. Godzilla is the Chuck Norris of the Monster Kingdom.
Okay.
However, yeah, I probably got to give it to Chuck Norris.
No,
I
give
mean,
it to Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris bench presses the planet Earth down.
No, he does push-ups.
He pushes the Earth
He
down.
doesn't push up. He pushes the Earth away.
Yeah, Godzilla doesn't push the Earth away. Chuck Norris does. So I think Chuck Norris wins.
Who do you think would win?
Yeah, who do you guys think would win?
Out of those two?
Chuck Norris or Godzilla? Who wins?
I don't know. Or
Comment.
who was a better Godzilla?
Who was the better Godzilla? Matthew
1970s,
Broderick?
Mazda, if you want to add the puppet one in there.
No, let's stick to the new ones. Stick to the
Matthew
ones.
Broderick or the one I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because it was bad.
It's not bad. I loved it. All right, next question. Adam Lamar. Oh, God, here we go. So we talked about the Would You Rather game.
Yes.
I remember this, and he explained it to me, and most people play it wrong, I guess. Most people, Adam knows, play it wrong. Adam knows how to play it. Would you rather, number one, have a job that you can't quit or be fired from as Rian Johnson's assistant and have to watch him remake every movie you loved growing up, and you're not allowed to say anything. 40 plus hours a week, you just silently help ruin your own childhood for the rest of your life. Option number one. Or number two, every time you turn on the TV, go to the movies, watch a YouTube video, stream Netflix or Hulu, etc., the only movie you can see is The Last Jedi. If the TV at the oil change place is on while you're there, Last Jedi. If you hear someone watching TV in the next room, you hear The Last Jedi. If you come to my house and I pull out a Caddyshack DVD off the shelf, and when I put it in the DVD player and hit play, Last Jedi.
For the rest.
The only visual entertainment you get to watch is The Last Jedi for the rest of your life. And that's how that game is played. Would you rather? All right, Paul, would you rather? Which one is it?
There's no way in the world I'm going to watch The Last Jedi again. So I went with number one because, one, yeah, you might hate the guy, but positives, you're getting paid because he didn't say we weren't getting paid.
Probably get paid pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Two, you'll get to see a bunch of different movies besides the one movie over and over. Three, as far as ruining my childhood, I believe they've made enough remakes today of movies that I used to love that are crap. Yeah. So I'm used to my childhood somewhat being ruined by the remakes they have today.
So the old ones still exist and you still get to enjoy them.
Yes.
He just ruins the remakes.
Yes. So I'm going with one.
Option number one. All right, I am going to agree with you. Crazily enough, we're going to agree on a movie question.
I know, because it pertains to The Last Jedi.
So I didn't even think about it. So the point is, yes, you're going to get paid.
Yes.
It's probably pretty good. I imagine they get paid really well.
Think of the job you're at now.
Yeah.
And you get to watch.
I like my job.
But movies get to be made. But you can't say anything to him. It doesn't say you can't say anything behind his back or to other people.
Right.
So.
Okay. And so here's my loophole, Adam Lamar. If I'm his personal assistant, perhaps I bring him coffee. Perhaps I bring him his breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What is in that?
Perhaps Rian Johnson has a really bad case of food poisoning. He doesn't die because I'm not an animal.
But he gets fired from that.
No. I'm just saying he's continually, on the potty because he's got an upset stomach. And so he can't finish the movies because he takes too many sick days because something's wrong.
That's a good loophole. It's like sabotage.
I might not get fired, but Rian Johnson can get fired.
Yes. Well, wait.
From
if he gets fired, you lose a job because you're a personal assistant.
No, I mean I just have to be his personal assistant.
Okay, but what if he gets fired from all the jobs because you do that, then your paycheck stops?
Well, I have to go on. I have to go on. I won't get fired. I'll just be on
unemployment.
No, I'll be on what do they call it? Retainer. I'll be on leave. I'm just saying Rian Johnson might get food poisoning really often and not be able to show up to work. And in that case, I'm hanging out until he feels better.
There you go. And get paid.
Get paid. I'm just saying. Could happen.
Good.
He wouldn't die. He'd be fine. You know, food poisoning, just,
A little bit of Visine in the tea.
yeah, just, little upset tum-tum. Ron Johnson. If you're lucky. If you're lucky, that's all you're getting. I might just go Rick Grimes.
You might have to go Negan.
I just might be Negan time. You didn't say we couldn't do.
Yeah.
You didn't say we couldn't do things.
But
too
what
long.
do we have here? Lucille
This
this
tastes
was
like
a bad movie. You know what I do with people who make bad movies?
What was that movie? Was it The Color Purple? Where the girl was eating a pie. Oh, this pie tastes good. She's like, it's because it's got poop in it. Number 1 it is, Adam.
Yes. Not number 2. See what I did there?
Thanks. I see what you did there. That was great. Thanks for the question, Adam. Appreciate it, man. Walking Dead 1369.
That's funny because we were just talking about Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's a different Walking Dead, I think. It's not the
this is
same.
like a Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
So I have to ask, is there anyone who is your Tim Conway, always trying to crack you up on camera? Is that what Tim Conway does?
You ever watch Carol Burnett? Carol Burnett?
Oh, okay. That's
Burnett?
not,
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
Yeah, he's a short little, I think he's a bald guy. They start laughing.
He's trying to make them laugh
Yeah.
up in the middle because they were live.
Yeah.
Back then, it's like on Saturday Night Live. They're trying to make the other people crack up.
I don't think we have someone who tries. We're just funny.
No,
we think we're funny.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm
I laugh at
hilarious.
myself all the time. They just stare at me.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
Nah, not really, because most of the time I'm shooting videos because I shoot a lot of videos. Paul doesn't shoot a lot of videos.
I don't.
Most of the time when I'm shooting videos, I'm by myself, so there's no one here to crack me up. And when Angela and I are shooting together, we're not really trying to make each other laugh on purpose.
No,
We just laugh because we enjoy each other's company.
And if you see me trying to do weird stuff, make faces at him, that's just how I am, even in public. I'll do that.
I try to make Paul laugh when he's not here. I'm like, he's gonna be watching this later.
Oh, and the thing is, yeah, okay, Angela.
I'll say things. We'll say things to make Paul either laugh or angry.
I'll be at work. I'll be listening because that's what I do at work is watch his videos, and they'll say something to me, and I'm like,
you should.
and I'll start. That's not true. That's not true. Next thing you know, Angela's like, he's probably sitting there saying that's not true, and then typing me an angry text or something, and I am.
Yeah.
I'm that predictable to her now.
I think in this scenario, we are Tim Conway. I'm always throwing jab, jab, right hook, or jab, jab, right hooks at Anthony Acavangelo because,
You don't make videos.
he was supposed to make a video, supposed to come out yesterday. I was so excited. And I'm like, where's the video, Anthony? Where's it at? It'll be up today. Well, we got to reshoot it today because the lighting was off. I'm like, the lighting was fine, Anthony. Put the video.
We don't care if you did it in the dark, man.
Teasing me.
We'll hear your voice and we'll still watch
Teasing
the
me
video.
with like, it's going to be up on Thursday. I'm like, so excited. So, no, I don't really have anyone to do that to us. We do that to other people.
I shot my first rough draft of the new video
When was this?
last week. But somebody's got my camera to do the...
I could loan you a camera.
Now you can loan me my camera.
I can loan you.
I let him borrow it 3-4 years ago.
Something like that. My Handycam
He
died.
uses it more than me.
Actually, my Handycam still works. The screen doesn't work.
Yeah.
It'll still film. I just can't see what I'm filming. And so mine died. I borrowed his, and I still have it. That's what we do the vlogs with is Paul's Handycam. Although Nicholas has a Sony, I could just start using Nicholas's Sony.
I don't. Doesn't bother me. It's been years.
It's a great camera.
If I need it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's here if you want your camera.
I think the last one I did with it was the bass killing.
The Schecter,
The
Night of the
Schecter,
Living
Night of the
Bass.
Living Bass. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Night of the Living Bass on YouTube. It's pretty funny. I thought it was funny.
I'll put a link to it. If you want to see a video that was completely Paul's idea,
He had to help me shoot the bedroom scene.
link in there. No, I'll put it up here. I'll put it up here. I was just a helper on that.
Yeah.
I'll help. All right. Thanks for the question, man. Walking Dead again. Who is your favorite 80s cartoon villain? All right. Now we're getting excited here. Who's your favorite?
Okay. I am a total nerd when it comes to 80 cartoons, and I actually had to think about this for a long time because I watch all of them, like Dungeons and Dragons, G.I. Joe, Chris Star, He-Man, you got Mask, Spiral Zone. I watched all the 80s, and there were so many bad ones. I mean, not bad. They were all good. So many bad villains.
What was the one with the guys who had the little not Exo Squad?
There was Exo Squad. There was
what was the one that was like Exo Squad but not Exo Squad? And they had the little
Centurions. They connected to their suits. Yeah, there was Centurions, and there was Inhumanoids where they put on the little suits and go to the center of the earth and fight the little.
Did GoBots have a cartoon?
GoBots had a cartoon.
They did have a cartoon.
The leader of the bad guys was Cyclone.
So lame. Yeah.
Leader one was the leader.
Well, who was it?
You couldn't figure it out by his name.
Who's your favorite? I bet I know.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you know. Because I had to think about this one. I thought this one, he sent me the question about an hour ago, and I just sat there and I was like, because I really like Overlord from Spiral Zone because they didn't make him a wuss like they do most of all the other bad guys. Like, and I thought maybe Starscream, but Starscream and Cobra Commander were played by the same guy, and they're pretty much the same character. One's just a robot.
Okay. I was going to say, wait, Starscream technically is a villain, but he's not. He's not the head villain in charge.
Did he say no?
HVIC.
Favorite villain.
Villain. Okay, that's right.
Say head villain.
See, I automatically defaulted to the main dude.
What? Yeah. See, I didn't. I was
leader.
like, there's too many. Like, ugh.
Oh, that makes me rethink mine. Well, what was yours?
Well, who was your original?
Well, for me, it was sort of a toss-up because I'm super lame and not as big a nerd as Paul. It was either Cobra Commander, Skeletor, or Megatron.
See, out of those three, I'd have to go Megatron.
Those are like the Holy Trinity.
Because they they make everybody crybaby.
And kind of Serpentor. I like
Serpentor. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about Serpentor was he's like,
"This I command.
This
over and over.
I command."
Okay.
So, okay.
You want us to do that right now?
Are you commanding it? You have to tell us.
Commanding is tight.
This I command.
Yeah. See, and I was probably gonna go with Megatron, because Cobra Commander's a little too much of a wuss, and he's not.
He wasn't a wuss in the very first cartoons.
Destro was like a better leader,
and he got the berryness.
Well,
she's hot.
It's nothing to do with it, but I was gonna go probably with Megatron. But now that you mentioned, it doesn't have to be the main dude. It could be just any of the villains. That changes things.
I do have to tell this story because he ruined one of my favorite shows. I don't know if you guys ever seen Mask, made by Kenners. I was showing a friend of mine these Mask toys, and I'm like, look, it's a car. You hit these
Mask
buttons.
Toys.
Yeah.
I still have one.
And it turned into an airplane. And she's like, well, they're just vehicles. And he goes, yeah, they're vehicles that turn into other vehicles. And
what's this vehicle transform
but
into
they turn.
Vehicle?
He goes, yeah, into another vehicle. And I'm like, but. And at that moment in time, I cried a little on the inside. My soul weeps. I was like, but he's right. It just turns into an airplane, and the airplane turns into a helicopter.
Check out this little motorcycle. Now it's a motorcycle with helicopter blades. It's like something James Bond would have. I think he had that. They're just James Bond vehicles.
He's like, they don't turn into robots. Oh.
Whoa. What happened? It's my old man alarm. So who's your favorite bad guy?
My favorite bad guy, after a lot of thinking, has to be Zartan.
All right.
I mean, he's loner, has his own gang, doesn't follow the system, either good or bad, just does what he wants.
He's a rebel.
He could dress up. Nobody says anything. Don't even have to recognize him.
All right. I thought it was going to be a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I had to go back to my roots.
I thought it was going to be a G.I. Joe.
Who'd you think it was
Cobra?
going to be?
I was kind of leaning toward Cobra Commander a little bit. I don't know why. I just like...
Before the series, like I said, the weekly movies they did.
Not Storm Shadow, because he's a ninja.
No, he's also good.
It's true. He turned good.
And bad. And good.
He's sort of like Deadpool without the comedy. He's a not funny Deadpool.
You know who else is not fun or good? Snake Eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
No.
He's good. He's awesome.
Can't even see if he laughs. He wears a mask.
He's laughing. He breakdances though.
Yes, he does.
I was gonna go with Megatron, but now that
You got Soundwave.
I thought about it, yeah, actually, I would. That's it. He's awesome. Soundwave was totally.
It was always the voice.
Yeah.
And that Energon cubes. I don't know why. Just somebody making a little line box coming out of their chest was cool.
Mm-hmm. And he had the little panther that popped out. What was his name?
Ravage.
Ravage.
Ravage, Laserbeak, Rumble. Then a couple other ones later on in the series.
I didn't like Rumble. I liked Laserbeak and Ravage though.
I like Laserbeak.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I had. Did I have? I must have because I had Ravage and Laserbeak. So, could you buy them separately?
They came in a 2-pack.
I probably had them and didn't have sound.
Yes, I know that. They came in a 2-pack. Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. Those are our favorites. Why don't you leave a comment below your favorite 80s cartoon villain? We really want to know. And we will we'll be looking forward to those comments.
Yeah.
This I command.
This I command. This I command.
Next question, Joseph Revels. How often or how much time does your praise and worship group practice together? Hashtag love the lollies. Awesome.
What about the Dijaros?
Hashtag keep faith in the base.
There we go.
There you go. Great question, Joseph. Thank you. Well, we practice usually once during the week. Usually, well, it goes back and forth. Sometimes it's Tuesday night. Sometimes it's Wednesday night, depending on schedules. We usually practice for at least an hour to an hour and a half, one evening a week. Actual practice for, you know, the songs. And then on Sundays before the church service we play at, we have a sound check / practice to go over to do any last minute polishes or changes. That's usually supposed to be about a 30 to 45 minute sound check thing right before service.
It runs over.
It usually doesn't start on time. So usually about 15-20 minutes. So at the maximum on a week we might have 2 hours total, you know, minimum. So if we're really tight and we're really on it, maybe an hour and a half. So that's about it.
And if I play with them, I have about 15 minutes of practice.
Paul doesn't.
Sometimes we don't even play. I just show up.
He just shows up.
I'm like,
I'm here.
I think there was one time I played 8th notes.
Yeah, like
Never went back.
Like the song needed. It actually needed 8th notes.
I was like, dang it. He was like, what are those?
I was like,
8th notes?
You're playing 8th notes, man. Good job.
It was hard. That was the hardest thing I played on bass in ages.
What's happening over there? I can understand the bass line. So yeah, that's it. So not super long. I used to many years ago. Not many years ago. Was it many years ago?
It was. You talking about? Oh, you can bleep that.
I will. I'll beat that. There was a church I used to play at a long time ago that we would have like 4-hour practices.
I played there. It was
not that one.
Oh, not that one?
I'm talking about
the other one I played at.
We'd have Thursday night practices that might go like 3 hours, 3.5 hours sometimes. And that was super frustrating because they did not need to be that long. Half the time it was people kind of goofing off and trying to figure out what they were doing. I'm like, you don't know what to do.
Band practice, it should be that long because I played at a church and theirs was like that too, but they wanted it rock show.
Yeah,
it wasn't just play and
I played
worship.
that
They
one
go,
too.
Yeah.
I know
He's the one who got me there, and then he was like, let's get the lights going right. Let's do this. Let's bring the lights down. Everybody play 3.5 hours, and then Sunday morning you'd have a hour practice.
Yeah, most of it I think was. See, we come from like a public school music education background. Like we were in the band. He was in an orchestra, you know, in Dallas, and then so we band director. It's like, okay, start here, do this, and like, you know, we practice, we rehearse. Everybody's, you know. You practice your crap at home, you show up, everything's good to go. a lot of, not right now, but in previous bands I played in, we had a lot of people who did not have that background, and they didn't really know how to rehearse. Like, okay, here's a song, let's go, let's start, play here, and like there was a lot of just screwing around that didn't really need to happen. It wasn't very efficient. I don't like to use the term amateur musician versus professional musicians, but because that's kind of the wrong terminology. But I mean, like, experienced musicians who are experienced playing in groups versus
people who've played at home and are trying to play with the group but haven't had much practice at that.
What is it?
Yeah, there's actually art to playing together. I mean,
and like showing up to rehearsal, do your homework at home, show up to band practice, make sure the band is tight.
Yes,
bands are tight. But don't, you shouldn't be learning your part in the middle of band practice where we're all waiting on you to learn your part.
We did that in high school. He and I had our parts down, and we'd be in jazz band. I'd be up against the wall like this, and he'd have his head down on the snare drum, and and then the band director would go, all right, rhythm section and we'd play like 2 seconds and stop, trumpets, and we'd go back to...
Because the trumpets couldn't figure the crap out.
Trumpets and saxophones. For some reason, the low brass always had their section down.
Because low brass is sort of like bass. It's not that hard.
That's true.
Yeah, it was always the trumpets and the saxophones trying to get their crap together for some reason. I don't know why.
I was in a jazz band.
Yeah.
Concert band was different.
Loved it. Yeah. Great experience. I think having a lot of experience in very structured rehearsals for a long time, we came out of that world. And so you go into like either, a rock band practice, pop band, a church praise and worship band style practice. We kind of come in with that experience of like, okay, this is how you run a rehearsal. Let's get it done. Okay, great. Let's go home.
It's singers. Singers.
Come
on, we're playing.
Vocalist. Hey, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. Anyway, it's not always.
I just said
sometimes it's the guitar players.
Yeah.
It's not usually the bass player.
No. We got our parts down.
Sometimes the drummer, he's adjusting his hi-hats and cymbals like, it's not right. It moved 3 inches. Let me fix it. Okay. There you go, man. Thanks for the question, Joseph. Really appreciate it. And final question. Robert Baker. Yeah, Robert Baker. He's a YouTube guy. He does videos. He's okay. Robert Baker. So what's better, Ohio or Ohio? My phone hates your question, Robert.
No, it doesn't.
All right.
It loves it. It was I want to answer. I want to answer.
Yeah. Warning. 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 Do not answer this question. All right. I know what Paul's going to say.
I know what I want to say.
Hey, Paul, where were you born?
Ohio.
Yeah. So which is better out of those two choices? Ohio or Ohio?
I have to go with Ohio.
Northern Ohio or Southern Ohio?
I'm from the valley, so I'll have to say it's kind of a east.
Where's the valley?
Middle East. Ohio River Valley.
Oh, okay.
It's where Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio all kiss each other.
Southeast Ohio?
Yes.
Is that far superior to Northern Ohio, where Robert Baker is from?
Where's he from?
Mansfield. Is that northern? That's above Columbus.
No, Columbus is... Or am I thinking Cleveland?
You're thinking Cleveland. Columbus is sort of... I drove to Robert Baker's dad's house, and I was nearly in Canada. I was almost in Canada by the time I got up to Robert's house. He's practically Canadian.
I'm not good at geometry.
Robert,
as a joke, I know it's geography. I'm just
we're being funny.
Yeah. Haha. See, I'm hilarious.
Tim Conway. Right. What's better, Robert? Ohio or Ohio? Texas. Texas is better than Ohio and Ohio. Put two Ohios together, you still don't even have a Texas. However,
what's round on both sides and high in the middle?
Texas.
No. Ohio.
Fight to the death.
Ohio.
Godzilla or Chuck Norris? Texas.
Yes, there we go.
You know who was a Texas Ranger? Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
I will say this. I do like Ohio. We've got some family there. and they're pretty neat. We went up to visit. They have basements.
Yes.
It's cool. I slept in a basement. It was
Basements
awesome.
are tight.
Basements are tight. We don't have basements in Texas.
No.
Y'all, just in case.
See, that doesn't make sense because we live in the Tornado Valley.
A basement would be useful.
Yeah, it'd be very useful. No, I stand out in the yard. They hide in a hallway on a flat surface.
Is it here yet?
I don't know. I'm looking for it. It's like, I think so. I can't see anything.
I think they say it's because the water table, like the groundwater, is too close to the surface in Texas. Like,
oh, I thought they said because the land gets so dry and shifts too much that it'll crack everything.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I love basements. They make the best man caves.
I want a basement. Aiden wants a basement now. He's like, I want a basement. I'm like,
Basements are awesome.
I'm sure we can make one. I think you just have to. You have to account for more structural things in Texas if you want a basement. So, and that is the final question: Ohio or Ohio? So you guys let us know. What do you prefer, Ohio or Ohio? Who's your favorite Ohio YouTuber?
I think Robert's the only one I know.
I think
so that would be Robert.
I think there's some other really big ones there, but I can't remember who they are. But I know who Robert is, so there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Angela's, of course, not here, but hopefully she'll be back. I'm sure she'll be back.
Hope you guys liked me.
Yeah, it's not a bad second string Angela.
I'm not as decent looking, I know.
Yeah.
But
less tan, a little bit less tan.
You know what? I've been laying out all summer.
I think I need
this
to push
is as
the
dark
lights.
as I got.
I need to push the lights a little bit back.
I think you could shut those lights off, use the very dim lights, and reflect them off me. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We might try that at the end. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. If you have a question for next week, leave that question below. And whoever's here next week, we'll answer your questions as best we can. Leave your answers to all these questions. I love to read those in the comments.
We do comment back.
Sometimes Paul will comment back if he remembers his login.
Yeah.
I was looking for your login on my computer in case I saved it. I'm like, ooh, I can upload.
I tried to comment on someone on my phone the other day. It says, please sign in. And I was like, dang it.
That's my sign in.
I have to go home with my computer.
But leave your questions for next week. We'll try to answer it. And until then, keep the music alive. The music needs you. And we need the music. And we need to keep it alive for other people who need music as well. Sometimes I call that the next generation.
No, you know, he said, oh yeah, you do. I can make it so. I thought he said added words.
Keep the music alive for the next generation. All those.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. All those. I was about to say kiddos, but it's not always kiddos. It's sometimes we have beginners of all ages starting their music journey. We want to keep it real for them, keep it positive, keep it real positive. Because there's a whole lot of crap out there.
There is.
There's a lot. So thank you guys for being cool. We appreciate it. Thank you for the questions, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye, guys.
I don't have a...
Keep faith in the base.
Well, I can do to keep the faith in the base. You guys salute.
Yeah, I don't even remember why I do that.
Oh no, your battery's about to die.
Oh man, dang it. I gotta turn off these lights real quick. That's plenty of light for you.
Yeah, see.
Look at yeah, great.
It is, see? I look like I have a tan now.
I don't think it's enough for me.
Let's see. No, you look dark. See, I look perfect. I look like I have a nice tan. Like I've been tanning all summer. You look a little...
in the shadows?
Like in the shadowy.
Like a snake.
Like creepy. Oh,
like a ninja. Aye,
Alright, and they have me in a...
Oh, I thought I saw a picture somewhere.
Prison. They don't show his face. He just go. They start off with a Rick going, "We haven't had one of these talks in a long time," and he starts talking, and he goes, Negan says something. He goes, well, "Are you ever gonna let go that you're no longer in charge?" And Negan's like, "Are you?" And then they start showing all the conflict. And I'm like, that might be interesting. I still don't like the show.
I gotta catch up on the last season. All right. Here we go.
Oh, you're already recording.
I am. Make sure the microphone's on.
I hate it when you do that.
Bloopers.
Wasn't ready. Not that I'm really ever ready. You gotta be.
You gotta be ready.
You will do as I say, or I shall burn your nation to the ground. This I command.